After God tells humanity to be fruitful and multiply, he tells them to fill the earth, to subdue it, and to rule over every creature. And I want to make something very clear here. He's not giving humanity permission to misuse, abuse, and pollute his creation, to extort his creation. That would be counterintuitive to the last 5 days of work where he creates things that show his glory, things that he says are good. He gives humanity, his creation, to rule over it in the same way that he rules over them, in the same likeness that he rules over them. He's not calling them to be some kind of lazy teenager that just takes and doesn't give, that just reaps rewards and doesn't work. No, rather, he wants them to take care of it. This was his intention from the beginning. In Genesis chapter 2, he creates the heavens and the earth in verse 4. And then in verse 5, it says there was no man to work the ground. To work. Not just reap and take, but to work, to be stewards. They're called to be stewards of the earth, to take care of the things that point back to the one that created them. And we get this picture a little bit in Psalm 8, where King David, gives us his commentary on this idea of humanity ruling over, God creating his creation to be good and display his glory, and humanity calling to rule over it. And so it says right here in chapter 8, O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. From the lips of children and infant you have ordained praise, because of your enemies to silence the foe and avenger. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is man that you are mindful of him? The son of man that you care for him? You made him a little bit lower than the heavenly beings, and crowned him with glory and honor. You made him ruler over the works of your hands. You put everything under his feet. All flocks and herds and the beasts of the field, the birds of the air, the fish of the sea, all that swim the paths of the sea. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name. And so David is saying, just like it says in Genesis that we're called to rule over it, but at the same time we have to make sure that our creation shows how majestic God's name is. That we're not to extort it, to abuse it, to misuse it. We're called to take care of that which God has made us stewards of. Take care of that which points back to the one that spoke it into existence.